What's up, guys? I got the keys here, back with another video. Today I'm going to talk about the subject of attraction versus distraction, right? So if you look at the words, you have attraction, right, and DisTRACKtion. And so when we think about this, the way that our mind works, right? Everybody says you have a train of thought, right? They'll be like, "Oh, I lost my train of thought." Well, you almost quite literally have a train of thought, right? You have your awareness, which is kind of like the train, and it's moving through your thoughts, right? So when we're in attraction, we're in alignment with ourself, with our higher self, and with our lower self. We understand that the two are balanced, right? We understand that the higher self is our wisdom, our love, our compassion, our joy, our happiness, right? Our lower self is our animalistic desires, our sexual desires, our food desires, all of that, right? That's all lower self, and it's not bad. It's just part of the experience, right? So when we're in attraction, we're aligned with ourself, we're aligned with our mission, we're aligned with who we are, right? And sometimes we get distractions on the way, right? So, we get things that are trying to stop us from, unlocking more of self, realizing more of self, and understanding more of ourselves, right? And sometimes these distractions are from God, right? A lot of the times they are all from God, right? But, we have certain distractions that are quite literally sent to kind of put us on a different subject. Like sometimes we're focusing on something too much, and it's too, like, maybe it's negative and it's not really helping you, it's not really serving you. So God will send you something like, maybe your car breaks down, or, something in your house stops working, something like that, right? And that kind of stuff can be like a way to move your mind off of a subject that, isn't really serving you at that moment, right? And attraction's more of something that, something that you do want, something that you've been desiring, something that, you want to create. And that's attraction. Attraction is being, right? Is being that thing. That is attraction. So when we're attracting, we're on the track, right? And when we're distracting, we're straying away from ourselves. Does that make sense? So it's like, we can either get lost, or we can keep following our divine guidance, right? We can either follow ego or follow our divine guidance. And so you're choosing which part you want to be at every given moment. Obviously nobody's perfect, and we have to have balance. So you can't always be in the higher self. Now, you can always be connected to the higher self, but you're not always going to be in the higher self, right? At a certain level of embodiment, yes, you may be there, but you're still going to incorporate the lower self, right? You still have to eat. You still, have sexual desires. That doesn't mean that you're going, you have to have sex, but you get the point. It's just a journey, guys, and you have to ride it out sometimes. And when we get these distractions, it's important to stay focused, right? Because a lot of these things can like disrupt our mental, right? And we start going into panic mode and fear mode of, like, how am I going to fix the car now? How am I going to pay this bill? Blah blah blah. But if you really, really trusted, you would understand that bill is already paid. That car is already fixed. And I know, like, obviously time dilation sucks sometimes. And, you're kind of stressing, and then last minute that car gets fixed. And you're like, holy shit, like, I really didn't think that was going to happen. And, whatever. But it does. And it does happen. And then you're like, oh shit, I should have just trusted in God, right? Because God's proving to you all the time that he's like, it's right there, right? It's right here inside you. So Everything's taken care of, guys, and all you have to do is let it flow. And like, you do have to take action, right? Like, obviously things are going to happen, and sometimes you're going to have to take an action to solve that problem. But you know, as long as you're looking for the solution to the problem and not just focusing on the problem, you will get the solution, right? So the thing that you focus on most is what's going to come towards you. You know, you're an energetic being, so you're magnetizing these things towards you. And you know, we do this constantly, all the time. It's just a matter of picking up where your thoughts are at, where your mind's at, right? What are you focusing on? And so this is like what the law of attraction is, right? And when they're telling you that you have to be something, you have to match that vibration, the thought, right? You match the vibration of the thing, and then you match the frequency, which is how frequently that thought is being thought, right? And what you frequently see, right? So what are you seeing in your world? How is it showing up for you? It's a reflection, right? And like I've said multiple times, guys, my world is not perfect, okay? I still have struggles. I'm a normal person, okay? I still have things that are not perfect within me, right? I have things to solve, okay? But from what I do know and what I have experienced, right? And what my higher self has given me, you know, for this video, it's really just about being you. And when I say that, I don't just mean like the, you know, typical, you know, oh, just be yourself. I mean like really be yourself. Like, be who you are unapologetically, right? Like, I know, like, okay, for instance, like, my brother came to me one time, and he's like, you know, I kind of been listening to what you were saying to me, and like, you know, I've been trying to be nicer to people, but it feels fake. And I said, that's okay. I said, just keep doing what you're doing. I said, that's your ego trying to protect you. But ultimately, you're going through an ego death, and obviously the ego does not die, but you get what I mean. He's going through, you know, changes of his ego, and that's a big thing too, right? We have to go through the stages. Not that there's a certain stage that, you know, we go through, but we have to learn to, you know, remember who we are. And so when we get stuck in like the loop of that, you know, like fake it till you make it type of thing, right? So because he's been in this ego so long, and you know, maybe has been mean to people, or you know, whatever, well, now he's learning that it's okay to be nice to people, and that by being nice to people, he attracts that same feeling back, right? And the same energy back to him. So whatever he's being, he's going to pull in. Does that make sense? So it's a game in a sense, right? Like, you can make it a game. It's obviously, this is reality, but you can make this a game. Like, you can make this fun for yourself, and you know, have fun with it. It's like, you know, you talk to God in the morning, and you're like, you know, can you send me this certain sign to know that I'm, you know, on the right path, or whatever, you know, just ask for some certain sign. And I guarantee you, if you trust it, something is going to show up. Like, let's say you ask God to see, I don't know, a purple butterfly. Next day, you see a purple butterfly in the morning fly right in front of your car. Don't tell me it's a coincidence. There is no such thing as a coincidence. Everything is in divine timing. Everything is perfectly aligned, right? Everything that's on your journey is meant to happen. Okay? So even when we get misaligned, it's just redirection, okay? You guys are on the right path. No matter how disruptive or hard it may seem at this moment, I promise there is light on the other side, okay? So keep your mind focused on attracting things instead of distracting from them, right? Stop distracting yourself. Focus on it. And this is for me too, because I need this message myself, because I've been struggling to make videos and, you know, express myself lately with, you know, just being tired from work and stuff going on in, you know, real life, which again, distractions. So with that being said, guys, I hope you have a lovely week, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.